Seriously, just how much stuff does somebody need to take for an overnight visit? And this is just some of it. It's a pretty cloudy, rainy day today, so it's really quite sad. But the venue where we're holding the party is big and dry, and I just think that we've got a food truck. That's what they normally do. So I got held up at the border a little bit longer than normal. I think I was just carrying quite a lot. And of course, the more you have reason for them to ask you questions, the longer it's going to take. So, but luckily, the guys seem to believe all my answers because I'm through. Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and I'm just driving down to the twins' birthday party, and thought I'd tell you about something that happened to me yesterday that gave me quite a fright. I got a telephone call and I didn't really check the number that was calling me well enough, so I wasn't sure who it was at the other end. And I suddenly heard, "This is so-and-so, and just to let you know that we've got you booked in for an overnight specialist appointment in April." And I'm going, "What?" And that's literally what I said was, "What?" Beg your pardon? Well, yes, the doctor said I was to book you an appointment. And I'm going, "But I haven't seen him for months. What is this about?" And they tried to explain it to me, and it didn't make a lot of sense, quite honestly, except I was going to have to go overnight. And so I don't know about you, but I got a bit scared. Was there something that was wrong with me that I didn't know about, that the doctor had decided to do this extra test on me without discussing it with me? I said, "When did he order this?" And they said March 23. And I said, "But that's today, a year ago." Well, that's the Canadian system for you. Apparently it took a year for me to get booked in to do this special thing. Well, it was about it. And I said, "Well, I have no idea what this is about. And quite honestly, I have some trouble hearing what it's about. So I think I need to speak to my doctor." In other words, and then she said, "Well, I can cancel it if you don't want to do it." I said, "It's not that I don't want to do it. I don't properly understand why I'm having this done and what it is that I'm having done. And until such time as I understand both those things, I cannot tell you whether I need that appointment or not. So I need to understand what my doctor's thinking was." And I felt a lot better once I got that verbalized. But I don't know about you, but it gave me quite a shock. And then when they said, "Well, he ordered it on the 23rd, and it was the 23rd, or whatever the date was, and I'm going, "That's today, and I haven't been to see him today." It took me a little while to get my voice tone under control. I don't know if any of you relate to that. My voice is inclined to go up an octave, I think, when I'm under some sort of level of stress. And I just didn't understand what was going on. And I felt stupid at some level to start with. Then I felt scared. I had some level of fear that there was something wrong that I didn't know about. And then eventually I thought, no, this is ridiculous. I need to talk to my doctor. Now, unfortunately, doctors don't talk to you on the phone anymore. You have to go in and see them, which is a total waste of time and gas. But so be it. It is what it is, right? So I wondered if any of you have had anything like that, a telephone call that came out of the blue where you weren't expecting it, and there was a stress level attached to it, the same as this one. If so, you probably will understand. And I thought I'd talk about it just because, in case somebody else has the same thing happen to them. So here are my recommendations. What I found I needed to do was think a lot while the conversation was going on. In other words, part of me was in the conversation, but part of me was thinking about lower your stress level. So for example, I said, have you got my file near you so I can hear what he wrote that made him want to do that? Which gave me a bit of time to think while she was off getting my file. And then she read to me what he had annotated on my file. But here was the thing. She was reading it so quickly and with absolutely no modulation at all that quite honestly it didn't make any sense to me what she was saying. But by then I'd had time, because she'd gone off to get the file, I'd had time to sort of get my ducks in a row mentally. And then I realized I needed a doctor to talk to me. You know, I needed my doctor to explain to me what all this was about. And then I could make an informed decision with him as to whether I still needed it or not, because I don't want to be taking up an appointment that takes a year to get when I don't have to. You know, I'd rather make sure somebody else gets that appointment. There are a lot of telephone calls that come that put us into fear or shock or whatever. And so I really recommend that you verbalize your way through it. In other words, just give me a second. What I heard just is a bit of a shock, and I need a second just to process that. And most people who are giving you information that may shock you will understand that. Now, for example, with my conversation with my doctor's nurse, I could have said that, and I'll call you back in a few minutes, or grab hold of the file, I'll call you back in 5, and then we can discuss it again. You know, any of those delaying tactics would have worked. So think about that. If you get a situation going, and it can be in real life as well, where you need a second just to think, don't be afraid to say so. Or if you need a second to get yourself under control, for example, if somebody has said something that actually pressed one of your buttons and it made you angry, then just say, I just need a second to process. All right, that's my tip for the day. Juliana?
No, hindi kita si Kevin. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
You're looking so pretty. And that's Birdie, Julia. Uh-oh, careful. I'll get it. Hi, honey. Okay, I'll get it. Looking gorgeous. Presenting!
You guys can go on the couch. And then over there. What? This is
I offered to do the body painting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nobody took me up on it then.
Oh.
Do you guys know the game Duck Duck? How do you play this Duck Duck? Do you remember? You don't remember? So the way that you play Duck Duck is what happens is we're in a big circle. And we're going to make sure that our hair is maybe not in the way. And then some is going to go around and tap people's heads.
It looked like isn't that pretty? Yes, Brody. What do you think? Which one do you want, Brody? Which cake? I got a nice picture of your camera. Say hi to the peeps.
Oh, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a great day, a blessed weekend. Wish you guys could be here at the party, meeting great people, and hope to see you guys soon. Love you guys.
I offered to do the face paint.
Maui.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, they'll all be high on sugar. Yeah.
Is the cake good? Is it good? I should get some. What's wrong?